I am Osin Amofaye, and this is your Frontier Opening Bell this Tuesday, the 22nd of February. Welcome everyone to the show. Look at how some of the markets across the Frontier Africa finished off on Monday, the first trading day of the week for most of the markets, with the exception of the Egyptian market, which went up by 1.15% yesterday. Fori, one of the listed companies, moved up again the morning after the Egyptian central bank floated multi-billion pounds in local currency of treasuries. That's it there, one of the biggest jump for the trading day. Then you've got Nigeria's market up by 20 basis points. Earnings beginning to come into play when names such as International Breweries, Guinness, and United Capital made big jump on the trading. The MTN also added to the big trade we saw on the Nigerian bourse on Monday. Then, of course, you've got big names such as UBA and Zenith Bank as well. Investors are sniffing around for earnings for some of the biggest banks for the reporting season. Keep that in mind. That we expect to hit the street as we begin to push toward the end of the month of February. In the BRVM, next door in Cote d'Ivoire, the market slumped by almost the same margin as the Nigerian Exchange All-Share Index. The Nairobi Bourse went up 0.04%. The NSE 20 went up yesterday, as well as the shares of the NSE itself on the Nairobi Bourse up by 5%. Then you have the South African market down by 1.10% in sympathy with the rest of the global marketplace. Keep that in mind. Let's get on to the East African corridor, was making a big splash in news this Tuesday. Kenya's diaspora remittances slumped slightly to about 38.3 billion shillings in the month of January, while the Central Bank of Kenya is worried about digital currency. Central Bank issued digital currency and the risk that could hurt price stability. Shelter Afrique, which is headquartered in Nairobi, is targeting 56.9 billion shillings in a planned bond issuance to continue to intervene in Africa's housing programs across the member states, while the KMRC, which is the Kenya's Mortgage Refinancing Corporation, wants standard mortgage lending rates in the industry. And Tunisia, or Tanzania, beg your pardon, is looking to get about 425 million euros from the EU over the next 3 years, part of the outcome of the EU-African Union Summit, which was held Thursday and Friday last week. More of this is also coming through if you follow me straight to West Africa, where the CDC Group is also investing in Nigeria. First Bank is partnering with the CDC. Yesterday put pen to paper for $100 million facility for women-led businesses in Nigeria, which is the main focus of First Bank, Nigeria's oldest commercial bank. They got the UK also pumping £10 million into Nigeria's clean energy projects, part of the meeting held last week, this big summit, that very grand summit in which the EU is looking for a partnership, equal alliance with the African continent, and trying to shrug off the influence of China and Russia on the continent. The Africa Energy Chamber has partnered with Pure Language Communications, who is the main company behind Frontier Africa Reports, to create new energy content programming that will dispense more information and put Africa at the forefront of energy conversation on the continent. That's partnership, or the MOU, was signed a couple of weeks ago in Johannesburg. This partnership takes us a new frontiers in terms of energy reporting on the continent. And Nana Akia Obengadia is now the deputy CEO of the Export-Import Bank of Ghana. Still in West Africa, the deputy CEO of the PAPSS, the Pan-African Payment and Settlement System, John Sebabi, says in few weeks trading will formally start as the 8 existing switches had been connected. More central banks are coming on board, and everyone is now ready to kick off the new payment system and trading currency to currency on the African continent. But he also dispelled fears that the AFCFTA and the PAPSS will stop African economies from going to the global export market where they can earn foreign exchange. Let's touch base with Southern Africa. Earnings are coming through. Tomorrow is the big day. Yes, the Minister of Finance in South Africa will present the country's budget tomorrow for the next 3 years. It's going to be a tough fight for him and the Ramaphosa's administration, balancing deficit, debt, and spending on infrastructure and social amenities, as well as social spending stimulus that the Ramaphosa's administration wants to keep in place as we begin to see the slowdown in the pandemic in Africa's most advanced economy. That is tomorrow. Keep that in mind. Sasol is reporting the energy company in South Africa says its first half cash flow will be in focus. It's going to untap its dividend anytime soon. Headline earnings per share down about 20%. Adjusted EBITDA, however, went up very strongly, about 71%. And Amplats in the mining sector in Southern Africa is declaring a dividend of 125 rand. That's very juicy, if you ask me. As 2021 earnings soared to about 108 billion rand, as it were. Quite a very big year for Amplat, which is deep into platinum. Platinum has been a very big resource, base metal for industrialized economies such as China, the US, and others. Then you look at Zimbabwe in Zimbabwe. It says it's in talk to dispose its non-core assets to make it more leaner and be more efficient, be more revenue-generating company. And finally, in Southern Africa, Zambia energy sector is too capital intensive for the local businesses. That's according to an expert. Says there's a need to get foreign investors into the mix. All right, let's get into the Northern African market, where the FRA, which is Egypt's financial regulatory authority, has issued new guidelines or rules for those who want to deal in non-banking financial sector. Egypt is also looking to complete its City of Gold project in about 2 years' time. Egypt is looking to dig more furiously into gold, looking at a safe haven position of gold in the year of the pandemic. Even when diamonds lost its luster, gold shined the most in 2020 and 2021. And EFG Hermes has appointed Goldman Sachs from the United States as a financial advisor. That's according to the board of EFG Hermes in Egypt, while Moroccan exports peaked about 24.3%, about 3 to 7 billion dirhams for the year 2021. Next door in Tunisia, industrial exports rose 19.4% to about 41.7 billion dinars for last year. That's a bit of a backward-looking economic data out of 2021, the post-pandemic year. We hope you enjoyed the show, and this is Frontier Africa Reports, and we're getting our trading day started, everyone. You can watch this show again on our Twitter, as well as our Facebook and our YouTube, on our social media, Instagram, as well as LinkedIn. But remember as well, you can go visit us at www.frontierafricareports, and we'll be there. Get your trading day started, everyone, and I will see you next time.